Hi everyone, my name is Jason Skipton. I'm the Executive Director with Growing Gardens. First, thank you all so much for participating in our second Chef in Your Garden dinner this year with Chef Carlo, Chef Dante, and Chef Roberto from Magna and the Wild Rice Collective. It's going to be a Filipino feast, so get ready. It's going to be amazing. Big shout out to Adelsheim Winery for providing wine for this dinner as well. And to our dinner sponsor, Than Charcoal. Big thanks to you as well. There's a lot of folks who come together for this basket. I'm sure as you took a peek in there, many folks came together. Pono Brewing for providing the pickup incentive. Thank you so much. Vibrant Valley for providing produce that will go in this amazing basket. Tomasa Fresh Online Farmers Market is a series sponsor. So is the Richard and Helen Phillips Foundation, as is Paul and Susan Jane Brown. Thriving Design as well, which put in their sea bites in there for you all who are growing something right now and getting ready for your tomatoes to be growing. And also to our protein sponsor, Nikki USA. Last but not least, there's a new addition in there. So Freeform Portland is a local radio station that they curated a playlist for this specific dinner. So you got a lot to enjoy in this basket. Kick back, relax, listen to that music, enjoy this amazing feast. Thank you all so much for participating. Really appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Carlo Lamagna. I'm the chef owner of Magda Cucina and Magda Cantina at the Bit House Collective alongside Roberto Almodovar and Dante Fernandez. Both are Filipino-inspired restaurants, Magda Cantina being Filipino-inspired bar food, and Magda Cucina being take on modern Filipino. Magna Cucina was born from the idea of wanting to advance Filipino food and culture within the public eye. Filipino food really hasn't gotten its heyday, and I am a firm proponent or firm believer that Filipino food deserves a place on the upper echelon alongside many other cuisines that have hit that tier, like Japanese, French, Italian. Filipino food is just as complex and delicious as any other cuisine, and I want people to learn about it and see it. You know, I want people to taste the food and really be excited about Filipino food. What makes our food different from a lot of other meals is that Filipino food is an evolutionary cuisine that has taken from many different influences due to just the historic past of the Philippines: Spanish colonization, Malaysian integration, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, even American influences. The reason I call it evolutionary cuisine is because it evolved and it grew out of each situation. So from its indigenous roots and ingredients and dishes, every major historical impact that has happened to the Philippines has, of course, influenced that time and that food in that period. The reason I call it evolutionary is because a lot of people call it the original fusion cuisine, and I really don't like the word fusion. Fusion is taking two things that do not belong together and forcing them to stick and make it happen or make it work. Evolutionary cuisine is more progression. We are still in touch with our roots and our flavors and our indigenous culture, but it doesn't mean that we can't take the things that are useful. It's like what Bruce Lee used to say: take what's useful to you and discard anything that doesn't work. And so that's what I see Filipino food as. It's very evolutionary and it evolved over time, and it's still evolving. Especially with the rise and popularity of Filipino food here in the United States and globally. So it's pretty amazing to see. Growing Gardens has always been an integral part in the community, helping bring value and recognition to not just local chefs, but the importance of sourcing food and honestly growing your own food. I have worked with Growing Gardens in the past, in the past events of Chef in My Garden, but because of this awesome shift, they were amazing in pivoting into the Chef in Your Garden. Hence why you're going to be collecting these beautiful meals. But they speak their mission speaks volumes as to the importance of where our food comes from, and educating and giving resources to those that may not have the ability to grow their own food, or even know the know-how to grow their own food. I believe that that the knowledge of our food systems and our ecosystems is very important to pass on for generations to come, because that's going to be the key point in how we all survive as humans. So the menu is predominantly Filipino food with some Puerto Rican accents. So quick background is the Wild Rice Collective was formed between myself and two of my longtime friends who have been cooking with me for many years. Roberto is Puerto Rican, and Dante is part Filipino, Native American, and African American. And the whole purpose for the Wild Rice Collective is to highlight each other's cultures, bringing it all together, showing that food is a universal language to connect people. So this menu, even though it is highlighting a lot of Filipino flavors and dishes, it is also showing how Puerto Rican flavors can flow into the menu easily because of the similarities in culture. So Filipino food in general has a very important story to me. It speaks to my authentic self and speaks to who I am. To be able to bring everyone along for this journey and exploring Filipino food is super important. Lechon is a celebratory meal for everyone, for people who like baptisms, birthday parties, weddings. You'll always have lechon on the table, and this for us is a celebration of everybody. Grabbing a meal and supporting it. Kiloin, or kinilaw, which is like a cured raw fish dish. These are things that I remember from my childhood, from when growing up, going on the beaches and grabbing fresh fish or different items and creating this dish, recreating this dish on a beach. The amazing part, though, for this specific dish is that this is where Roberto and Dante came in, and they put on other influences, like the plantain chips is coming from a Puerto Rican background, even though we use plantains in the Philippines as well, but just not that style. So it's awesome to see how we're able to evolve the dish to speak volumes about our story as a collective. So Magna Cucina has been a dream since many years ago. I was able to open the restaurant in August of 2019, and excited to open it. Obviously, the pandemic hit and changed the situation a little bit, but I always try to look at things on the positive side, and the coolest part about that was I took it as an opportunity to open the restaurant that I wanted to open in the first place, instead of the restaurant that I needed to open because of whatever situation was happening at the time. During this period, Magna Cantina at the Bit House Collective became an opportunity for me to partner up with some amazing producers here in Oregon, Pono Brewing, as well as Natasha Mesa, who formerly of Deadshot, and kind of bringing these three powerhouses, or just people I like, and have the opportunity to work with them. And also, it also gave me an opportunity to give back by bringing on my old friends Roberto and Dante as partners. Magna Cucina is located in Southeast Clinton and 26th Street, right there on the corner. We are currently closed, but we will be opening up in mid-April. So if you actually follow us on social media, Instagram at magnapdx.com, or our Facebook page, Magna Cucina, you can find updates there. And Magna Cantina at the Bit House Collective, we are open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 11, and then on Sundays from 2 to 9. Coming from COVID last year and a delicate political situation, we've moved into 2021 with a very positive outlook. From amazing personal things and professional things happening for us, we've been happy to celebrate and share that with a lot of people. Unfortunately, the world doesn't see it that way. There have been recent increased attacks on the Asian and Pacific Islander community, and that has definitely affected us in a very, very, very negative way. Personally, I think about my mom. I think about my siblings and my own kids, and it really breaks my heart to see things like this happening to my community, to my people, and it's difficult to even think about sometimes. There are a lot of people that support us in what we do. Amazing community members have reached out, but we collectively, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter. We as human beings can do better. Whether that's supporting your local businesses that are POC owned or Asian owned, doesn't matter. Supporting your local community, supporting your members, checking in on your friends, making sure that they're doing okay. Those are the components that will help create a stronger community.
Super inspiring story by Carlo, and really that call to action to support our community. There's lots of ways to support our local food system. If that's going out and supporting all of these chefs in our Chef in Your Garden series, or supporting all of these companies who are really deepening their relationship with our local food system. There's also a way to support growing gardens and really thinking about becoming a perennial donor, someone who gives on a monthly basis, either $5, $10, $20 a month, to really think about how our work is a perennial every single day, every single month throughout these years. We're celebrating 25 years this year. To reach out to you all. If you're inspired by this, if you're encouraged by this, if you really want to deepen your connection in our local food system and sustain our food system, you can support our work on a monthly basis. This year we have a goal of increasing by 100 perennial donors. We can do that. With you and your support, we can make that happen. Think about it. If you have any questions, if you want to get that remit envelope out and become a perennial donor, a monthly donor, it'd be very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for your time. Enjoy the meal. Take care.